The characters in the story are Hermie, a hermit crab,
Pearl, a clam, Patrick, a sea bass, and Crystal, a sea star. Hermie and Pearl live in the mudflats as friends. Hermie loves adventures, but Pearl, as the opposite of Hermie, is scared of everything. Here we are, the mudflats, where Hermie and Pearl are sitting, not playing, sitting. Let's take a look.
I'm tired of living in the mudflats. I want to go have an adventure.
As Hermie said this, he began to pace the muddy floor in boredom. 2 raindrops, then 4, 6, 10 fell from the sky. As the number of raindrops grew and grew, Pearl suddenly exclaimed loudly,
"Oh no, I hate rainstorms."
Pearl started to cry.
I'm going home now.
Fine. Pearl had done this every time it rained or thundered or had lightning, so by now, Hermie was very annoyed by the rain and hated the thunder and lightning.
I'll just continue my adventure alone, I guess.
So Hermie set out on his so-called adventure, and over time he reached the drop-off. In case you're wondering, the drop-off is where all the underwater land slopes steeply down to the sea floor. Anyway, just then, an unusually large and unusually friendly sea bass swam up to Hermie. Hermie froze, thinking the sea bass wouldn't notice him, but he did.
"Hi, I'm Patrick,"
said the gigantic sea bass. Hermie, alarmed at the sea bass's loud booming voice, stared suspiciously into Patrick's bulgy eyes.
Hi, I'm Hermie.
"Excuse me, Mr. Hermie, but are you lost?"
Yes and no.
"Well, if you're lost, come with me to the Tidepools. But I guess if you aren't lost, I'll have to leave you here, right?"
Hermie thought for a second.
Okay, I'll go with you to the Tidepools.
So Patrick and Hermie set out to the Tidepools. When they reached there, Patrick said,
"Well, sorry, but I can't go with you to the Tidepools because a big fish like me has to stay in pretty deep water."
Well, thanks, Patrick, and bye.
Hermie traveled to the Tidepools under the sea world. He looked curiously around, seeing many different creatures he had never seen before. The floor was a lot less damp and the water was very still. Tall green stalks rose up to the surface with little berry-like sacs helping it float. His eyes ventured onward and he saw a rock with a brilliant purple glow.
Hi, are you lost? My name is Crystal the starfish or sea star.
Nice to meet you, Crystal. My name is Hermie.
It was strange to him that a starfish would be named Crystal, but as you can see, she does look rather like amethyst. Anyway, back to the story. Just then it started to rain, but the sea didn't rock back and forth. It did grow cold, but not extremely. There seemed to be barriers, rocks as you and I know, but barriers to them, blocking the cold water from coming in and invading the Tidepool water.
Wow, well, this is different.
Yeah, the Tidepools are always calm.
There was an awkward silence between them.
Wow, I'm gonna be late for dinner and my stomach is growling. I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah, I'm starving too.
Well, Crystal, I'll visit, but I've got to go home for supper.
Okay, bye, Hermie.
Hermie and Crystal said their goodbyes, and Hermie went home back to Pearl, back to his parents, and to the muddy sea floor. But Hermie wasn't sad to leave the Tidepools because he would visit the Tidepools every day, and he did for the rest of his life.
The end!